everybody. Welcome, hello once again to another episode of the Baked and Awake podcast. It is Monday, 4/20/2020 at the time of this recording, and we are simply going to enjoy a brief virtual smoke session today together. Dab session. Gonna lay in a little bit of tunes behind me here. Probably play like one full song after I shut my yap. We're just gonna session though, real quick, real simple. On this, what was to be, what should have been the greatest, most epicest, most notable, most amazing, worldwide, mega 420 that ever should have been. But we got robbed. We got robbed by the coronavirus, y'all. Most of us are sessioning alone today. Maybe sneaking a session with like one buddy. When we should be out having block parties and cookouts and out on boats and out on docks and just filling up campgrounds and filling up stadiums. Every city park, every city hall should have been inundated with combusting plant matter all day today. Just I'm in mourning. I am. And I hope you guys are too. Not because any of us is that big of a dyed-in-the-wool, like, hang it on our sleeve stoner, you know, walking around in our Bob Marley t-shirts and tie-dye today. But gosh darn it, probably would have been. Probably should have been. Fuck it. Let's do a dab. Okay, and while we wait for the quartz to cool just a little bit, I want to read you guys some highlights from a daily email I've been getting. I subscribed to it a week or two back. Came across this, was inboxed by an old colleague who like loosely follows the podcast, knows about what I'm up to, and he's got a AI curated daily briefing dedicated to coronavirus headlines and factual information about this pandemic. Let's dab, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about this Turbine Labs Digest, how you can find it as well. Dabbing on some Chernobyl from Regulator Concentrates. Good looking stuff. Kind of a crumble. Really tasty. Showing 83% on the stats. So, trying to keep my sort of news feed a little bit more factual, a little bit less sensational, a little bit less curated based on my own ingrained and easily understood and predicted confirmation biases and things. This executive briefing that is put together, as I said, by a group called Turbine Labs comes every day to my inbox, and it's, you know, I mean, I'm not sure how they sort the wheat from the chaff exactly, but the nature of the way they deliver the headlines is less sensationalistic. I like this about it. You know, they focus on the economic impact here at the beginning of this one that I'm looking at. Stock futures this morning fell as oil prices continue to tumble to a 20-year low. They go into it further and talk to us about how OPEC tried to scale back production to stabilize pricing. We have some information about Congress and President Trump and their agreement in the works for how to add additional money to the Small Business Relief Fund. Goes on a little bit more information here. There's an infographic about quarantine-related internet activities. That's probably going to be pretty interesting to look at in more detail. Navigating the pandemic. Working from home opens the door to employing people with disabilities. Coronavirus continues to take its toll on the media industry. Some regions may be able to return to as much as 70% of normal mobility levels, but we need far better data and COVID-19 tracking before we should try. MIT Technology Review. Everything we know about coronavirus immunity and plenty we still don't. Spending on clothes plummets 50%. Here's what it means for fashion's future. So they go on, you know, this is, as I said, so far this has seemed like a really great resource for me and a way for me to just close off all the rest of the crap that you see coming through your Twitter feed, your Instagram feed, wherever else you might be getting news information from. At the bottom of the briefing, they mention here content facts. Turbine Labs has tracked 61,953 media articles and blogs over the last 24 hours. 5,723,276 social media posts over the last 24 hours. The next Turbine Labs COVID-19 briefing will be delivered on Tuesday, April 21st. So, this is a big data analytics company that my former colleague works for. So they're, you know, as you can see here, they're applying some monster, whether it's database or algorithm or a real AI of some kind, to parsing this, you know, the most relevant and based on their criteria, which are still somewhat maybe opaque to me, what are the most factual and what are the most important COVID-related news stories of the day. I think it's worth checking out. You literally go to turbinelabs.com to sign up for this briefing yourself and get it going your way also. All right, that's it, you guys. I'm going to fire up the torch one more time. We're just going to do back-to-back dabs, back-to-back-to-back-to-back on 4/20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And then I'm going to head back down to the garden. Go have as much fun as I can with the family here on my Mega 420. But I love you guys. Let's do it. Let's get fucking ripped. I wanted to get this out for you guys and just spend a few minutes with you together on 420 here. That's really all this is about today. Just because I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate to have this podcast and have this moment and have my health. Have the chance to speak these words into a microphone for you. All these many times. So we'll get right back to a lot more interesting and mind-boggling mysteries very soon. I've got leads, don't you worry. Let's take this dab.